Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and
enjoy. Welcome to our top travel destinations. I am your host, Kevin Flanagan. I have been editor of the weekly travel news column in the Sunday Independent and the Fine Wine and Food Guide, and I am here to use my decades of experience to help you know exactly where to stay, eat, drink, shop, and explore when visiting the world's top travel destinations. So sit back and enjoy the wonders of travel as we take off on our magical journey together. Welcome to our top travel destination, and this week I'm going to look and see if we can find you the best family-friendly resort in Europe. I think we may have found it. If you don't agree, you can put comments in and get back to us via our Instagram page. It's all there in the details under this podcast. But I think I may have found the most family-friendly resort in Europe. And it really is down to, firstly, Fergal O'Keefe, who came and did a podcast interview with me about Halkidiki in Greece. And he actually mentioned the Sani Resort as a fantastic place to go with kids. So I went, and I can now report on what you can expect to find. So Sani is 40 minutes from Thessalonica Airport, and you've got people like Ryanair flying in now to Thessalonica, and you can get down to Haldiki, and you can get down to the Sani Resort. So what's the big deal with the Sani Resort? Well, it's on the coastline of the Haldiki Peninsula, with the Aegean Sea and Mount Olympus in the backdrop. It's really a beautiful part of the world. Setting it up first, it's a gated community. So this is a 5-star gated community. I know some people are not comfortable with that because it can be seen as being quite elite and cut off from the local community. So you have to make up your own mind about whether that is, your bash. It's also expensive because it is of the very highest standard. So you just put those into the equation, and then we'll have a look at exactly what you're going to get for your money. And when we're looking at money, before I did the podcast, I got on to one of the main providers of the Sani Resorts, and it's completely full during the high season, even though the costs are quite considerable. And even in low season, a week for a family of 4, was over $7,000. It's not a cheap vacation, but what do you get for your money? Well, let's describe the property first. So you have 5 wonderful hotels: the Sani Beach, the Sani Club, the Porto Sani, the Sani Dunes, and the very exclusive and pretty much adult-only Sani Asterias. And it's very, very interesting because in this place, you have the extraordinary 7K of fabulous beach, which is reserved only for the people using the facilities. The site is based around the marina. There's some very fancy boats in the marina that come in and dock. And it is very high class. You've got around the marina, which it's quite new. This has only been built in the last decade, the whole thing. So you've got this newness. It's artificial in that sense. It hasn't yet really bedded down, I don't think. But you will have the very best bars, the very best boutiques, designer names, again, if that's your thing. But we're really there to see what else it does for you and for the kids. Well, firstly, it is in a very beautiful part of Greece, and Haldiki and that whole peninsula is fantastic. You've got forests all around, which you can explore by foot and bike, and you can leave the gated premises. 5 spas, I believe, in total. 26 restaurants, outstanding recreational facilities. It really is top of the bus. There's no doubt about it. You've got kids' adventure clubs. You've got the Rafa Nadal Tennis Academy. See, it's not just any tennis academy, it's the Rafa Nadal Tennis Academy. They have a soccer academy, which is Chelsea Football Club. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but we're talking again about top of the bus. And the staff, if you go on any of the websites and any of Trustpilot, Booking.com and read the comments, they're outstanding. No wonder it's one of the world's leading luxury resort, and the green resort as well. They've made a big effort to be part of the environment and protect the wildlife and support the local community. So I think there is a legacy there, and it's going to be interesting as it beds down to see exactly how it develops. Each hotel has its own unique style, and the hotels are all quite close together. If you can't walk, or if you're not able to walk, you can get golf buggies, which will take you hither and thither. And you've got this wonderful 7K of white sandy beach and stunning peninsula, stunning views. It's sort of more Caribbean in a way. It reminds me a bit of, California, and there's that vibe going there. And then you've got, as I say, the marina and the restaurants around it. And there's called the Sani Dine Around program, which you buy into. You can buy different packages and check with your travel agent. I think ideally go to a travel agent. You can do it online as well. There's 22 restaurants, and you can go half board or full board, and you can get access to most of the restaurants. A couple of them are really top-end Michelin star, so you may have to pay a little extra for that. Just check the details of the package you get. And then the children's menus have got fantastic and brilliant response from parents and from children themselves. They were curated by Annabelle Caramé, who is a children's food expert, and it seems to tell they're nutritious and tasty. But of course, it's what happens to the kids. And from the very youngest age, they're looked after. You've splash pools for younger kids, water sports to beat the band. You've also very cleverly, I think, got adult pools, indoor pools, and spa and wellness facilities. And there's always this separate toddlers and kids menu, and the waiters will bring that down onto the beach. And for better or worse, you have an ice cream van which tours around the resort. Lovely ice creams, but they're free. So we all know that there are some fantastic holiday-friendly resorts and family-friendly resorts around the world. So what makes Sani so good? You look at the level of the facilities, absolutely first class. The tennis centre, the Rafa Nadal tennis centre, top of the bus. UEFA-approved soccer pitch, and these coaching sessions sponsored by, in association with Chelsea Football Club. So you can enjoy football with really top-class coaches. And you've got all of these from the age of 4 to 16. Everything's on hand. And most of them are free of charge as well. You've got the Sani Adventure Park, you've high rope zip lines, archery, aerobics, hiking, paddleboard, yoga. I mean, it's never ending. And you can also then learn and get your children to learn water skiing, catamaran canoeing, parasailing. There's extra charges for some of that, but just check before you go and book before you go as well. That's highly advisable because, as you can see, I couldn't get a booking this summer when I went online just to check for the prices. It's full, and a lot of the facilities will be full as well. And if you've got small babies, you've bottle warmers and sterilizers in the rooms and baby phones free of charge, buggies and bikes. And they have this wonderful scheme called Babywatch. They have this program on the beach where you can go along, you can put your child in and abandon them and go off and drink. What more could you really ask for? And come back and your child will be safe and sound. They can also learn to swim. TripAdvisor has them down as one of the top hotels for families in the world, one of the top 5 hotels for families in Europe, and the top hotel for families in Greece. You know, what's in it for adults? Well, you do get this time off from your children. It's a bit like skiing, where you dump them into ski school and see them 6 hours later, which is absolutely fabulous. There's things like the White Party, which is quite well known now. Everybody can go along to that, dress in white and have fun. You've got these 5 different hotels give you a huge choice of room types, some with views, some without. You've got some signature flagships like the Water Restaurant, 3 Michelin star restaurant chef Mauro Cal Greco created the menu there. You've got a Japanese restaurant, Katsu, curated by the famous Katsu Hanamura of Nobu fame, one of my favorite restaurants. Sometimes get the chance to go to in Marbella. An absolutely fabulous experience. And of course, you're paying for it. And as I said, 2 adults, 2 children, off season. So you'd have to take the kids out of school in early September. It was 7,000. But you pay your money and you make your choice. And if you want your kids to be well-minded and fully entertained while you can take some time off, this definitely is an option worth choosing if the budget can go to it. And furthermore, just read the reviews. It seems to be one of the most fabulous places to have a family holiday.